Elrond, ticker code EGLD, is today's crypto that I'm going to be reviewing for you. I remember looking at Elrond and thinking to myself, holy crap, this is probably going to go like a Solana and just go absolutely parabolic. And to be fair, it went a bit parabolic, but since the top we put in on the 23rd of November, we have been on an absolute downtrend and it's looking like we might start to finally find some support. So I thought I'd do a video covering Elrond because I think the fundamentals are pretty good, but the technical analysis seems to be really where I want to dig into for this video. I'll go through the charts, I'll compare it to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I'll do some price predictions and where I think Elrond could go. What's up everyone? I'm the Crypto Diet. I'm currently doing a master's in economics at Monash University. I'm also working full-time here in Australia in the banking and finance industry. So it is my goal with every video to be honest and give my honest thoughts about a crypto. This isn't a channel where I'm going to say everything is going to do a 50 million X and you'll be millionaires by the end of January. So if that sounds good to you, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and let's follow this journey together because I think 2022 is going to be a very interesting year in the world. So what is Elrond? Well, much like Harmony 1, it's actually like Ethereum 2.0, but instead of waiting for Ethereum 2.0, it's actually coming out now. It has a pretty scarce supply and it's actually doing a lot of what Ethereum is already doing, like sharding, proof of stake, which Ethereum will do once Ethereum 2.0 comes out. And of course, it's decentralized. But what Elrond's really trying to focus on is with its scalability. A lot of people look at Ethereum like it's this slow, clunky machine, and that's just because crypto has been getting adopted incredibly fast. It is getting adopted faster than the internet did back in the early 2000s, which is pretty incredible stuff. So what's happening to Ethereum will happen to other cryptos. They will start to get bogged down with just a heavy load on their servers. And what Elrond is trying to do is have a fully fledged system that is operational, ready to go now, catered for scalability. So again, it already has the sharding, it already has the proof of stake, ready to deal with the server load that could come, or the transactions. And it can handle a whopping 263,000 transactions per second, and actually got tested for that and actually did it. So what you're going to see with Elrond is a lot of DeFi apps, a lot of NFTs, just basically, again, being what is on Ethereum and what's possible on Ethereum, it will be able to do it on the Elrond system as well. Elrond is currently ranked number 43 according to CoinMarketCap with a current price of $178 with a market cap of $3.61 billion. And it has an interesting amount staked, so I thought I'd check on DeFi Llama and check what amount compared to other ecosystems are currently being staked on Elrond. Now here we are on DeFi Llama and we can see how much ecosystems are currently being staked. This is a really good easy way just to have a gauge at the fundamentals. So no surprise, Ethereum being number 1. Luna has actually done very, very well and climbed up a few spots since I checked this last time at number 2. So these are good ecosystems because this is what smart money is doing. Smart money is not selling, they're locking in their value. And that's exactly what this website does for you. So let's have a look at where Elrond currently is. And we can see that Elrond is currently ranked number 16. The total value locked of 4.59. So the closer it is to 1, the stronger. So it's a bit of ways out. Doesn't look the best, but still in the top 20, and compared to some of the other coins that are down this list here, it is in still relatively good strength. Now let's have a look at the founders. We've got Benjamin Mitsu, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, Lucien Tudia, and Lucien Mitsu. So hopefully I'm pronouncing these European names correctly. But one of the best things to do in fundamentals is actually go on their LinkedIn and actually have a look and see their resumes, because a lot of the time these leaders are quite intelligent, they're quite intellectual, and just having a quick look at their resume or their LinkedIn profile will give you a pretty good idea of what the management team is doing. Because remember guys, people have to build these ecosystems. You want them to be intelligent and have a good understanding of what the current project is and how to unravel it and deliver the roadmap. So here's Benjamin, and we can see here that he's been the founder and CEO since 2017 when Elrond Network was established, and he also worked as a CEO and founder of MetaChain Capital, as well as business lead for Marketing Communication League. And I actually noticed here as well for his education, he went to the Faculty of Economic Science in Romania. And if we have a look here at Lucien, we'll see that he also was a CEO. So what you'll start to notice with some of these people who are in crypto, they've been CEOs for other companies, which obviously being the CEO, you're sort of the head of the snake, so to speak, or the chair. So it's a very tough position to be in for generally. And this person was the CEO for 20 years and actually became a partner in the Catalyst Romania. Not sure what they are, but these are very high and very sought after positions. And that tells me that these people are very hard workers and have achieved great things in their careers. And lastly, let's have a look at Lucien. And again, like the last two founders, you'll see he also worked for the CEO for ICO Market Data, Metcon Capital as well, and was a senior IT security consultant and project management. So I like the management team behind that. In just initial screening, if you want to go deeper, you can, but this is just having a quick peek and seeing what their background is and where they come from. Now let's compare Elrond to its Bitcoin value. So again, website coincodex.com, we compare them to the Ethereum value here, and let's have a look at Elrond. So we can see that Elrond is number 45 according to this website here. This is compared to its Ethereum value. So we can see it has outperformed outperformed Ethereum in the 1 year mark by 93%, underperformed to Ethereum in the year to date. So this is just basically since January, and you will see that it's underperformed against Ethereum by 11%. So you would have been just better off holding Ethereum if at the start of the year. And you can see 6 months, 47%, 3 months, 5% down, 1 month, 12.5%, 1 month, 9.62%, 7 days up, outperformed Ethereum 2.62%. So not exactly the strongest looks, let's be honest here. There's other better cryptos that have outperformed Ethereum consistently, but let's have a look at the charts and see how things play out. So here we go, Elrond against its USD value. And this is the chart I was showing you earlier. We had a massive run up and been on a downtrend. So using our Mark Position Fib 50% Gann tool here, again, I'll link his channel down below, but we can see how that Elrond's major 50% is at $308.55. Clearly at the current price of $180, we are a long way away. So this is why stop losses can be very important, because if you put a stop loss, you actually would have saved yourself about almost 70% from the major 50% that it currently is at. And this is why stop losses can be good, because although it hurts in the beginning, in the long run, you might say that was one of the best things I could have done, because I would have bleeded out a lot more. So we're weak in our major 50% using the Fib extension tool here. What I like to look at is the 50% mark on the extension tool where we are currently at, and that is at $185.90. And we can see, if we just zoom in a bit closer, we'll see that Elrond is currently battling it. It's currently losing that battle, so it's dipping below its major 50%. I'll be interested to see if we find support on this, because I'll be keen to actually enter in this short-term trade if I see Elrond break above it and actually bounce off it and actually accumulate a little bit more around its 50% mark. I do find that a lot of cryptos are having a lot of a response on their 50% mark and their 1 mark, but obviously I don't see Elrond going to its 1 mark, which is at $26.08. That's bear market numbers right there. So again, we'll see what happens with the 50% mark, and then looking at the 618 mark would be the next support. I did draw my trend line here, which we're currently bouncing off. So we'll see how things play out in the coming days. And this is why there's no need to have a rush when you're buying cryptos. People are in such a hurry to buy cryptos. Like, oh my God, it's going to go up tomorrow. It's going to go down tomorrow. I have to buy it now. There's nothing wrong with just waiting a few days to see how things play out. So give it a couple days and we'll see how things play out. And I'll be seeing how this thing can find support around that 50% mark, or if it's going to try and find resistance at that 50% mark. Where could we see Elrond going from here? Well, we actually hit 30 on the RSI on the 7th of January and we bounced off it. And I don't like to use too many oscillators, but I find the RSI tool pretty good just because of the 30 number. I do find that cryptos do normally bounce off the 30 quite well, and you can see it play out almost perfectly here. So on the 7th of January, we hit it, and now we hit it again just yesterday on the 19th of January, and we'll see how the day plays out on the 20th of January. But you can already see that we're just bouncing it and bouncing off it at the moment. That's not to say it can't go lower. I want to make that clear. It is crypto, things can go lower, but it is something just to keep an eye on for the next few days. And we can see 30 in the RSI gives us a number of $161.88, which it currently is at $179. So it does look like things are bouncing above it. I do expect Elrond to actually do well and bounce above its 50%, but we never know. Now let's have a look at some price predictions for Elrond against its USD value. So 70 on the RSI here gets me $309.50, which is about a 68.97% increase from where it currently is at the moment. And 80 on the RSI gets us to 136% increase from where we currently are at $429.64. And if we hit 90 on the RSI, that takes Elrond to an eye-dropping $790.13, which is about a 347% increase from where it currently is. So there's your 2x right there. Now let's compare Elrond to its Bitcoin value. So one of the things I really make a habit of is comparing coins to their Bitcoin value or Ethereum value, depending on what the chart allows. So in this instance, we only have enough data for the Bitcoin value. The Ethereum chart didn't even have much value at all. So very similar to the last chart, trend line, 50% extension tool. So trend line, we're about to test it very, very shortly. And look at that, we are testing the 618 mark, perfectly bouncing off it almost. And this is a mark a lot of people like to look at. Personally, for me, I find the 50% rule and the 1 rule better. So 50% and the 1, but the 618 is probably my third favorite one that I like to see prices bounce off of, which is where we're currently in at the moment. And very similar to the USD chart, we did bounce 30 off the RSI, already coming up at the moment, but we are at the weak half of the macro under the red line and performing quite weak at the moment. But I do think, looking at this chart, the low is in and we're already making an upstart. And I would be willing to bet a bit of money on that at the moment. Not financial advice, of course, but just something to look into, because normally this sort of charts look like they're just about to bounce back. It'll be interesting to see if we can break through this trend, start making some higher highs, get above our 50% zone, please. and start showing some strengths against Bitcoin. So I hope this helped. Definitely Elrond is a crypto I'll be keeping an eye on for the next few days, maybe a short-term trade. We'll see how we go in terms of the upside, but always move your stop losses accordingly once you've locked in those profits. Until then, if you found value in this video, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.